Good morning. This is XPulse AI Morning Mix. Today is Thursday, March 26th, 2026. We're covering Claude getting computer use on Mac, a new Claude-powered pipeline that discovers stronger jailbreak attacks, and fresh reporting on Anthropic's Pentagon deal. I've got Orion here. Ready?
Ready, let's jump in.
Tech Radar reported on March 24th that Anthropic updated Claude with computer use on macOS. Orion, what did Anthropic actually ship?
They're letting the Claude macOS app control your computer directly, mouse and keyboard, when integrations aren't enough. Think, Claude can open apps, click buttons, copy and paste, and complete workflows like a human operator, but driven by the model.
And there's also something called Dispatch from your phone. What's that?
Dispatch is a phone-based handoff to start or manage tasks remotely, like kicking off a Claude Code or co-work session while you're away. It's essentially remote task control. You send the job from your phone. Claude runs it on the Mac.
Who gets it first, and what should listeners be cautious about?
Availability is limited at first, starting with Claude Pro and Mac subscribers on macOS. The caution is obvious. Once a model can click, it can also misclick. Permissions, confirmations, and sandboxing matter. Also, your mouse just got a new coworker.
So real productivity boost if the guardrails are tight.
Exactly. It's a big step toward agentic workflows, but reliability and security will decide whether it's magic or mayhem.
An arXiv paper on March 25th says an Autoresearch pipeline using Anthropic's Claude Code discovered state-of-the-art adversarial attack algorithms for large language models. What's the headline?
The authors claim their automated research loop generated new jailbreak and prompt injection attacks that outperform prior methods on certain safety-focused test sets, meaning higher attack success rates. They also released code and evaluation artifacts so others can reproduce results.
Autoresearch sounds like the model is doing science on itself. How does that work in practice?
It's an iterative pipeline. Propose attack strategies, implement them, evaluate against targets, then refine based on results, like a tight research feedback loop, but automated. Claude Code is used to write and iterate on the attack logic and experiments.
Does this change anything for companies deploying assistance today?
It raises the floor for attackers. If automated pipelines can quickly discover better jailbreaks, defenses need to be just as automated: continuous red teaming, hardened tool boundaries, and monitoring. Security becomes a moving target, not a checklist.
So the arms race just got more automated.
Exactly, and faster. That's the part to sit with.
Axios in Behind the Curtain on March 26th says Anthropic's blocked relationship with the Pentagon could still get revived despite a blacklist fight. What did Axios find?
Axios points to court filings and correspondence, suggesting negotiations were close, even after Anthropic was labeled a national security supply chain risk. The reporting frames it as a dispute over permitted uses, Anthropic drawing lines around things like autonomous warfare and mass surveillance.
So what would a compromise even look like?
Likely narrower scopes, specific mission areas, explicit prohibitions, auditing, and strong human-in-the-loop requirements. You could also see controlled environments where the model can't directly trigger actions. More analysis, less execution.
Is this more about ethics or more about procurement politics?
Both. Ethics determines the red lines. Procurement determines whether those red lines are acceptable to the buyer. And in national security, acceptable risk has a very different definition than in consumer software.
It's a reminder that model policy isn't just a blog post, it's a contract negotiation.
Right? And the terms you set today shape what everyone else is asked to accept tomorrow.
Let's stay on the geopolitics of compute for a minute. Tom's Hardware reported on March 24th that 2 U.S. senators urged the Commerce Department to pause or suspend export licenses for advanced NVIDIA AI chips amid alleged diversion to China. What's the crux?
They're pushing Commerce to recheck active licenses because of allegations that controlled chips are still reaching restricted destinations through intermediaries, including in Southeast Asia. It's basically export controls playing whack-a-mole with very expensive moles.
And also from Tom's Hardware on March 24th, Huawei unveiled the Atlas 350 accelerator. What are they claiming?
Huawei says Atlas 350 is built around an in-house Ascend 950 PR chip, aimed at inference, especially prefill. They claim 1.56 petaflops of FP4 throughput and up to 112 gigabytes of HBM, positioned as a China-focused alternative under constraints.
CSIS also weighed in. What's in their March 24th AI policy podcast?
CSIS covered President Trump's newly released National Framework for AI legislation, plus the Supermicro co-founder indictment tied to alleged NVIDIA chip smuggling. They also discussed NVIDIA reportedly getting permission to sell H200 chips to China, showing how policy, enforcement, and carve-outs collide.
That's the mix. Claude gets hands on your Mac, automated research finds stronger jailbreak attacks, and Anthropic's Pentagon talks may not be over, while chip controls keep tightening and slipping at the same time.
If there's a theme, it's capability spilling into the real world, through agents, through security testing, and through who gets access to compute.
If this helped you track the week's AI reality check, pass XPulse AI Morning Mix to a friend or coworker who'd appreciate it. I'm Iris. Thanks for listening, and we'll catch you tomorrow.
See you tomorrow.